Hi everybody, I'm Joe Parker of the Pixel Depot. When I started this channel, one of the things that I hoped to do was to inspire people to get out of the armchair and actually build something. As I've said before, I know there are a lot of people out there who could be excellent modelers if they just gave it a try. My series on the grunge is an extension of that concept. I want to show people that you don't need to have a ton of space or a whole ton of experience to have a layout that's fun to build and interesting to operate. Since I started the Grunge project, I've had a number of people reach out and tell me that my videos have inspired them to start building, or to finish a project, or to get back into model railroading after a long break. And I can't tell you how happy that makes me to know that I'm achieving what I set out to do. About 3 weeks ago, I got a message via my Facebook page. It was from a person who goes by the nickname Twist. Turns out his name is actually Christian, but I like the vibe of Twist better, so that's what I'm going to stick with. Now, Twist lives in Germany. He decided to dismantle his layout in mid-December and was planning on storing the structures. I'm recording this video in early February, so that was about 2 months ago. This is a picture of the layout space after the dismantling. It was about that time that he discovered this channel, and it inspired him to build a switching layout using the concept of the grunge. He reached out to me shortly after that, and we've been messaging back and forth ever since, sharing thoughts, ideas, and photos. Now, Twist has a bit more space for this layout to play with than I do, so he ended up with a layout that's about 123 inches long by 24 inches wide with a 46-inch long staging track. Compare that with the grunge's dimensions of 90 inches by 15 inches with a 36-inch staging track. He also decided to mirror the track plan so the staging is on the left side. He told me that until he comes up with a real name, he's calling the layout Joe's The Grunge Reloaded. It's a bit of a mouthful, but hey, I like it. In terms of structures, he decided to use the same American can building that I have because he had it on hand. It turned out that he even had the same tenement building that I'm using for my version of the layout. For more information on that tenement building, check out my videos on building the Parkview Terrace kit. Twist wanted to make that tenement building more unique, so he decided to take a second kit that was on his shelf and kit bash the two together so that it would be 6 stories high instead of the 4 that you normally get if you build the kit out of the box. Now, living in Germany, Twist asked me some questions about how a tenement would normally be placed relative to the street, and we started having a really interesting back and forth about the structure, how it would fit on the layout, how it would normally be located, and so on. Full disclosure, I haven't seen that many tenement buildings up close and personal in my lifetime, so I may not be the best source, but either way, I made some suggestions, but also said, at the end of the day, it's your layout. Do what you want. And you know what? If people give you grief, ask to see their layout. Since then, Twist has spent some time working on the tenement structure, and it's nearly finished at this point, including curtains and blinds for the windows. I'll be adding those kind of details to my version of the building as well, and there will be an upcoming video on that, so keep your eyes open for that. Twist has kept me up to date on his progress, and I have to say the layout is really coming along nicely, and way quicker than my version of the grunge, to be honest. He's made a lot of progress in a very short amount of time. Now, he assures me that that's only because he had a bunch of structures ready to go, but I'll be honest, the pressure's on, and it's making me move just that little bit faster. Now, in these latest photos, and I should note that all the photos in this video were taken by Twist and shared with his permission, they show even more progress. He's added a number of buildings along the front of the layout, including this auto repair shop that I really like the look of. And finally, Twist showed me photos of some 3D printed parts that he's planning to add to the various structures and other parts of the layout as well. These include pallets, vents, air conditioning units, barrels, and metal ductwork. All those are printed from files made available by Luke Talon, and I will include that link to his website in the description below. So I just wanted to put together a quick video because I was thrilled that the grunge would be such an inspiration to someone. I also wanted to share his modeling efforts because I think he's doing a really good job. It's also been really fun to connect with someone who I normally would never have contact with to share notes, ideas, and progress reports. I can't wait to see how his layout turns out. That's all for this episode. If my videos have inspired you to start building something, let me know in the comments below. It's also the place for questions or suggestions, and I do read them all, so let me know what's going on. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the YouTube stuff. And finally, you can connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Links are in the description below. I'm Joe Parker of the Pixel Depot. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll meet me next time in the train room.